Hi everybody, this is Jennifer. Welcome to my channel where I talk about books, music, movies, and anything else that takes my fancy, but we all know it's mostly books. Anyway, so welcome to day 3 of the 12 Days of Litmas. Alright, so we're like, what, 4th of the way there? Yay! So yeah, this all culminates on Christmas Day, so woohoo! Alright, so Day 3 of Litmas is my favorite short story, and I'm about to cheat a little. Won't be the last time. Alright, so technically this is kind of a novella, but it's only 62 pages, so I'm counting it as short story. And it is Death in Venice by Thomas Mann. This is the Dover Thrift Edition, and it is translated by Stanley Applebaum, and I like this translation a lot. It's a lot easier to read than my translation of The Magic Mountain. So, Death in Venice is the story of Gustav Auersbach. Hold on, I'll get it. Gustav Auersbach, and he decides to take a trip to Venice. And during this trip to Venice, he becomes enamored with another traveler, a boy who's there with his family by the name of Tadzio, and this leads to his degradation and downfall. And the reason why I love this so much is, one, it's mentioned in Rufus Wainwright's song "Grey Gardens." Yeah, that's how I knew what this, because he mentions like Tadzio like over and over, and I was like, who's Tadzio and should I know this? So I looked it up and I like Death in Venice. Oh, okay, maybe I should read that. So I did, and it was good. As a matter of fact, I loved it. I loved it really quite a bit. A lot of that has to do with the language. Let's see. So I'm just going to read a short paragraph just so you can hear how lovely this is. Later, Tadzio, resting from his swim, lay on the sand wrapped in a white robe drawn under his right shoulder. His head nestled on his bare arm. And even when Auersbach was not looking at him, but was reading a few pages of his book, he almost never forgot that the boy was lying there, and that, with no more trouble than a slight turn of his head to the right, he could catch sight of that admirable object. He almost felt as if he were sitting there to guard him as he rested, occupied with his own business, and yet constantly vigilant on behalf of that noble human figure there on the right, not far from him. And his heart was filled and stirred with paternal kindness by the emotional attraction that a man who, stirred through self-sacrifice, creates the beautiful in his mind, feels toward one who possesses beauty itself. So, yeah, he thinks he's hot. And you can forget that paternal stuff. It was not paternal. It's not paternal. No. That might be what what he tells himself, but in the end, his downfall is, well, I think he has a heart attack, actually. Yeah, he collapses and dies in Venice, trying to follow Tadzio around. So, yeah, I don't know if that's, that quite gets the reason why I love this across well enough, but it's so good. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful, in fact. I read this, it's only 62 pages, but I read this to myself, like, out loud, a few, like a chapter at a time, over a few days, and it was so, it was just so lovely. I love it. Anyway, so yeah, Death in Venice, Thomas Mann. If you're doing Litmas, or if you're not, and you want to talk about what your favorite short story is, or in my case, novella, whatever, just let it go. Put your favorites in the comments below. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe. You guys have a great day and happy Litmas.